Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you for inviting me.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nama saya Muhammad Rashidi Zakaria daripada pustaka.my. Hari ini kita bersama dengan Imam Darwish, muhadis Imam Darwish, yang mana kita akan membincangkan hari ini tentang isu semasa tentang pelajar-pelajar kita yang ada di Mesir dan warga negara Malaysia di Mesir yang hampir 11,000 lelaki dan wanita yang belajar dan maybe bekerja di Azhar. Sebelum tu saya akan perkenalkan tetamu kita hari ini untuk pustaka.my adalah Syekh Ahmad Darwish daripada Mesir, yang mana dia telah berjaya mengumpulkan 9 buku utama hadis dan 1,840 buku ke dalam satu buku, yang mana Syekh telah berada lebih kurang 28 tahun di Amerika Syarikat, UK dan di Egypt. So hari ini saya bercadang untuk bertanya kepada beliau tentang apa yang terjadi di Mesir, dan kita akan dapatkan rangkuman lanjut supaya dapat memberikan penjelasan kepada saya dan penonton-penonton lain yang mana eksklusif hari ini daripada pustaka.my. Sebelum tu saya rasa lebih baik kita terus mendengar daripada Syekh Ahmad apa pendapat beliau tentang Malaysia. Beliau boleh bertutur dalam bahasa Melayu, bahasa Inggeris dan Arab, tapi hari ini saya akan bertanya dari bahasa Inggeris. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me tell you first about who is Muhammad Rashidi, or Engineer Muhammad Rashidi. He's a nice young man who is very good in technology, and he loves his religion, he loves his country very much. And I was attracted to him over 2 years ago when I came invited to read Muwatta Imam Malik for the student of Hadith. So I found him fascinated. He wrote one of the bestseller book on Google. He understands the technology very well, and now he's driving the design of the first simulation server. He did things in evacuation, fire evacuation, safety, all kind of lovely stuff. I wish we invite him to put fire in Egypt. So this is a little scoop about him, and inshallah we'll maybe in future we'll talk more about him. Thank you.
Okay, insyaAllah I will continue by asking Imam Darwish is what is the happening in Cairo, the timeline, what happened from the moment the riot come, and what your opinion about this happening to Egypt. Can you explain more, please?
Yes, I was born in Egypt 70 days before the revolution, in the last century, in the middle of it. And I think the best thing is to go over the timeline and explain it to you in Bahasa. Then after that I will give you an analysis of what is going on. So maybe you go ahead and translate the timeline for them.
Oh, okay. Yang berlaku dari segi apa yang saya nampak, benda ni terjadi pada 25 Januari, yang mana Protestan dengan pihak berkuasa telah berkumpul di tengah-tengah Cairo, and then kemudian mereka start lebih kurang 20,000 protester di jalan di Cairo, yang mana mewar-warkan untuk anti government lah, supaya government Hosni Mubarak turun menukarkan pemimpin. Itu lebih kurang pada 25 Januari. Dan pada 26 Januari polis telah melancarkan serangan kepada penunjuk perasaan lah, yang mana dia orang telah tembak water cannon, gas berbenih mata, dan lebih kurang 27 orang cedera. Dan pada 27 Januari Nobel Prize winner Muhammad Al-Baradhi pun mengeluarkan kenyataan bahawa membantah serangan tersebut. Dan seterusnya pada 28 Januari di Cairo juga, kereta kebal berada di Egypt, dan seterusnya pada 29 Januari ramai yang cedera dan mereka Mubarak mengisytiharkan kabinetnya, memecat beberapa orang di kabinetnya, dan pada 30 Januari pun berterusan keadaan makin parah, dan pada 31 Januari mereka melancarkan perarakan 1 juta orang, yang mana askar Egypt tidak akan menembak, mengisytiharkan tidak akan menembak orang-orang yang menunjuk perasaan. Dan seterusnya pada 1 Februari keadaan makin teruk, dan mereka pun Protestan masih berkumpul di Tahrir Square. Pada 2 Februari gerakan makin rancak, yang mana kini ada 2 bahagian, satu penyokong kerajaan dan satu lagi penyokong anti kerajaan bertempur di jalan raya. Pada 3 Februari keadaan di jalan raya makin parah, dan pada 4 Februari mereka meneruskan perarakan dengan aman, dan seterusnya sehingga kini. Dan saya seterusnya akan bertanya kepada Syekh Darwish, bagaimana orang-orang kita di sana, lebih kurang 9,000, akan menyelamatkan diri mereka, dan apa pendapat beliau? Dengan itu saya teruskan. Yes. What you think about Malaysian in Egypt, in around 11,000 there? What going to happen to them?
Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Malaysian government, the sultans, the all political and the governmental offices, that they did a very nice, very wise way. They put it in something like what I call it compulsory Umrah. They flew all the students, 11,000 students, girls and boys, male and female, from all Azhar vicinity in northern Cairo, because some they study in Mansoura, some in different places, and in Cairo they move all of them in the Hajj vicinity in Hijaz, in Mecca and Medina, and this will give them a beautiful lift out of the conflict, so they are safe and also not to be used into the conflict, and also not to learn from this bad experience, which is really some of it bad and maybe some are good. So they will enjoy Umrah, inshallah. When everything's settled, they go back to their schooling. So it was very nice. Everybody should make dua for the people who make this decision and carry it very well. So they are safe in the Holy Land, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Al-Haram Aminan, safe. So they are in the best safe area, and became like guests of Ar-Rahman subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they are like Duyuf Ar-Rahman now. So it is a very wonderful experience. So they can recoup and study more the Quran, Hadith, Fiqh of Imam Shafi'i and Sirah. Thank you.
Oh, okay. The next question is, I really want to understand what is the difference between jihad and Hizbah, because they said jihad is like go out and like killing other people.
Yes.
Like, I need more explanation on that, please.
What it is like, the Muslim nations, especially those who have different minorities, we have a lot of misinformation carried on after the failure of the Caliph in the 1917 to 1920, Sultan Abdul Hamid in Turkey, because he was considered the Sultan over all Muslim countries and in Hijaz. So after the failure, I mean by failure not his personal or Islamic failure, by the enemy in that time, the European Crusader, forced him to step out of office. So that failure caused a lot of buffers and a lot of misinformation and a lot of people longing to come to a good Islamic environment. So a lot of people thought, we should use maybe jihad in Islamic society. And some Muslim organizations start thinking in terms of jihad, and they carried on some militia activity which is completely un-Islamic. Because there is no jihad between within society. You cannot come in Cairo and carry weapons and shoot one another. This is un-Islamic. It doesn't matter who started, who ends. And the Prophet said when the two carry the sword to kill each other, the killed and the killer both they go to hell. So they asked the Prophet, how come the killed person go to hell too? He said because he has the intention to kill his brother. And a beautiful example of two sons of Adam, when one decides to kill his brother, which is one of the first three sins on earth, he said to him, if you want to kill me, I'm not going to kill you. So you carry the sin of killing one another. So Allah made it, whosoever kill a person as if he killed all humanity. And whosoever revive a person, save him from killing as if he saved all humanity. So this is a very wonderful principle, but many Islamic organizations misunderstood. I'm glad you mentioned Hisba, because Hisba is the Islamic response for corruption, for renewal, for cleaning the mess, if you will. For example, in societies who are very advanced in civility, like say USA, they have Federal Bureau of Investigation. They collected some people from the policing community who have a great integrity. Not everyone have clean record. None of them commit a sin. He's well known, raising a good family, have a lot of criteria. When you run into their offices, you are completely safe. You know there is no hanky-panky. Nobody will frame you or fabricate anything against you. As a matter of fact, when I was working in Muhammad Ali Islamic Foundation, I have my wife and we have a little baby in the car, and we're driving, and sometime in America, instead of driving in the main road, you like to cut corners, so you go through an alley. So I went through one of the alley of a place called Logan Square in the northwest of Chicago. It seems it was maybe a little rough area, and I didn't know, maybe drug pushing or whatever. So suddenly a black expensive car, which usually the forces, security forces use and police use black cars. It was kind of late night then. I get a big flash, and they have a flash outside the window too, special manual one, so you know this is policing. He stopped me, he came, he looked, just one look. Hi guys, keep going. So I know these are the FBI, they are good people. You never be scared if they stop you, just say the truth if they ask you and move on. So what's happening, this is exactly equal to what is called Hisba. Hisba is group of people who are like kind of third party, where if I have a problem with some political or some policing or whatever, I can go to the third party and say, please investigate this because there's something not fair. The Muslims, many Muslim society didn't succeed to come up to that level of arbitration. So some organizations take the matter of hand, and instead of going through the Hisba process to diffuse conflict, don't leave things to go like 30 years or 10 years or 10 months. Once it happens, it should report it to the Hisba authority, who don't take order from anybody. They may be elected, they are not appointed by anybody. They investigate, like in America, the Federal Bureau of Investigation investigate the president if they get a report about him. They investigate anything. There is nothing, and sometimes even they do what's called a sting. Go to a guy, there is a rumor that he take bribes, and they go and say, here is a bribe, I want something. He accepts, they say, oops, hold on, you're under arrest, I am a Federal Bureau of Investigation person, and now you are doing it, and everything recorded. And also they are bound by law. They go get a warrant before they do anything like as such. They cannot just say, okay, let me do a sting today against Rashidi. No, you have to get a warrant from third party. So you have double authorities to guarantee there is no malice or no shortcoming. So the Muslim have to introduce this kind of arbitration in society and communities. So what's happening in Egypt in reality, in brief, what the government themselves admitted, there is corruption. Corruption grow to a very large scale. Once you walk out of your life to go to any office, from top to bottom, you have continuous bribe and corruption. Then the higher the guy in rank, the more he steals. And it becomes like open auction. Like I remember when I came from America, I stayed in America 28 years, I went to change some electricity power in my apartment. So the guy putting sign of hadith, al-rashi wal-murtashi fil nar. The man who pay rashwa and the one who receive it are in hell. Hadith. And he himself doesn't do anything without taking bribe. So they reach to the level of innovation and corruption. So I was told here that if you go to any governmental office and bribe, the guy who will catch you, you try to bribe, he will get award and maybe they raise him in rank. This is beautiful, very beautiful. So I think people have to learn from this politician and others that don't keep people around you corrupt people. They call it بطانة السوء. In many dua throughout the centuries, we ask Allah give our ruler bitanat good, the group of people who are good and not the group who are bad, because the bad ones, he will keep everything secret from the governor, so he doesn't know what is going on till things like hit the bottom of corruption. So it's in a world of corruption. What's happening is the result of corruption. People also maybe they are not mature in the civil requests. They say we want Mubarak out, and instead of go and catch a host of corruption, say we need this to change. This is a smarter way to ask, but it looks like they are not having a lot of experience in practicing their rights, since maybe this is the first time. But I think everybody like in agreement that some corruption has to be removed if it's the major ones. The politician and non-politician has to cooperate to come up with a peaceful society. Jihad is not a subject like army. People respect the Egyptian army that they announce they are not going to participate of killing anybody. So this is in keeping with the Islamic spirit, that you don't have jihad within society, within towns. Rather you have the corrective actions. I learned in San Jose University in ISO 9000 standard how you deal with negative considered contamination or error. We should not bound an error with a person. The error is an error by itself. You have to make corrective action to remove it, which means if Mubarak leave tomorrow but the whole system is still corrupt, is no good. So if Mubarak can clean it, we are better off. If not, the one has to come after him has to make sure that he's cleaning it from the grassroots up, otherwise things will flame again. So it is, I think, is a process. It's kind of like you reach a level of cancer. It was a small little wound and you never serve it, and now spreading the whole body. So it's almost like Obama came after President Bush. Everybody were very feeling sympathy for him because he had a lot of deaths, a lot of problem happening, a lot of war everywhere. So the guy will come after, you feel a great sympathy for him. If Mubarak himself stay and try to clean the mess, I think if you should feel sympathy for him, because it is huge that you cannot document it in a volume or two. So what is happening really is a result. The overflow of all this corruption happening, where the richer became richer, the poorer became poorer. You have millions and millions of young youth have no jobs, have no future. And also there are pressure that you have a lot of different, the system of export and import of generating jobs is not that great there. I admire the Malaysian system in terms of having grant, encouraging businesses, people entrepreneuring, young ones. So all this we should really consider it as a great gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we should learn from one another. I hope I answer your question.
Alhamdulillah, you answered it very well. Inshallah, we will do our next session on question and answer. Any question you want to share with us, you can send to admin@pustaka.my, so I can forward and ask Imam Ahmad Darwish again. Hope to see you again.
As a matter of fact, we can even have conduct a live session.
Yes.
If people like to come, we can meet in a public library or any place. I'm allowed in Malacca to give talks anywhere by the authority, so maybe we meet in one place and have a question and answer, and we're not asking money or anything.
Alhamdulillah. This is our first try. I hope we can improve more. Hope your support, inshallah. Please visit us again at this site and support our cause, inshallah.
Yeah, I think we like to tell them this was like a real TV.
Yes,
It's
very real.
So if you hear a car, or horn or something, don't think we're going to re-edit it, because maybe we don't have a lot of expertise, but slowly, maybe we'll get better camera and better environment and do better work.
Inshallah.
We like to really discuss a lot of issues of the youth.
Yes.
Their question answer, like in Hijra TV, they asked me about different questions. They loved it.
Yes.
I love to answer a lot of questions. I like to help people for doing entrepreneur and understand the Islamic entrepreneur system.
Yes.
I like to help in the curriculum. I like to help them to understand the revolution Allah blessed me to do in Hadith.
Alhamdulillah.
And we are doing this for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for financial gain.
Alhamdulillah.
I thank you very much for inviting me here today in Bostaka, which is bridging between heritage and the current news, needs of the whole families. And inshallah we'll continue serving with you as much as we can. We make dua for everybody in Indonesia and Malaysia and Thailand are surrounding to be happy together. We like maybe address also the rights of Chinese, the rights of Christian and Islam. These are very important issues, and show them they will be surprised to hear Imam Ghazali mention Buddha and mention Jesus and a lot of wisdom. So let us group together. I like to meet some Chinese and some Christian here. I used to be in the interfaith committee in Chicago and in Buffalo. So I love to meet these guys. They are doing a very good charity work. We should learn from them.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We have good timer.
Good. Yeah, is it what now? 1
6.
hour, half an hour?
We recording around 24 minutes.
24? Okay, good.
Hey, forgot to